in this global organization. I love the word Sona Kele. Good morning, everyone. Um, I want to read this morning uh, a short story, actually, from the book of John 5. Um, and it's, John 5 and 1. So, anyway, it says, afterward, well, the title of it is Jesus Heals a Lame Man. Afterward, Jesus returned to Jerusalem. For one of the Jewish holy days inside the city near the sheep gate was the pool of Bathsheba, with 5 covered porches. Crowds of sick people, blind, lame, or paralyzed, lay on the porches. One of the men laying there had been sick for 38 years. When Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he asked him, "Would you like to get well?" "I can't, sir," the sick man said, "for I have no one to put me into the pool when the water bubbles up. Someone always gets there ahead of me." Jesus told him, "Stand up, pick up your mat, and walk." Instantly the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. And today I am grateful for life, um, health, strength, and just grateful for the presence that God has in my life. Um, this story is a very to me is a very 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 important story in the Bible. Um, because in this particular story, this man was basically he talked himself out of a blessing. Like he covered himself in sickness, you know. Like Jesus asked him, say, because Jesus brought a question to him, you know. Jesus said, "Would you like to get well?" You know, like what he was basically telling him was like when it comes to our blessings and the things that we want to receive from God, we gotta want these too, you know. Like we can't just at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, because God is love, He always wants what's best for us. But do we want what's best for us? Like, do we really want it? Because God, He was sick for 38 years. You can imagine, I don't know how old He was, but 38 years is a long time. And let me tell you all something. Back in those days, 38 years old, you might as well have been 70 or 80. Because, like, you, it was just as a long time for a lot going on in those times, you know? And the man responded to Jesus. He responded to God and told God he can't do it. Like, and I thought about this. This story like reminded me a lot of times where like I talk myself out of things. You know what I mean? Like where I tell myself like, boy, I ain't think that could happen. You know, boy, I know. You know, and that's exactly what I would say. I'd say, boy, I know. I literally talk myself out of things. What nowadays I see happening just like that. You know, um, and when Jesus posed this question to him and he said that he couldn't, he actually gave God a reason. You know, he tell God say because he can't get healed because other people was getting getting to the thing before him, to the pools before him. So he ain't just blaming it on himself, he blaming it on other people too. He found every excuse in the book to say why he couldn't get well. And in just one sentence, God tell him, stand up, pick up your mat, and walk. Just get up and do it. Like you don't have to have confidence in yourself no more. Let me just show you. But the thing about it is he had to come to that decision and say that, hey, okay, yes, I want to get well. And this story to me was like, that was like a punch in the gut that I could, we could do all things through Christ who strengthens us, first Philippians 4, right? But at the end of the day, right, we only could do all things what we want to do, Like we have to take the initiative. We have to get up. We got to stop talking ourselves out of our blessings. Because God have them sitting up there waiting on us, But we got to get up and walk towards it. We got to get up and reach out and go out there and get it. So if it's anything that you guys have on your mind and hearts and feel that it's impossible, remember, we don't have an impossible God. We have a possible God, and we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Let's start our week out with that. Let's go out there, and whatever it is that you think it is that is too overbearing, remember that ain't nothing impossible to God. We live and we believe in a possible God, and everything is possible. And I'm carrying our relinquishing my mic.